Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go, D.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
And no sign of him cooling down at all.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's second down. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
At the 42-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, we got to steal. We got to steal. Hey, Orbit. Here we go. Mike 9. Mike 9.
From the gun, Calvert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Go.
Operating from the gun, Calvert. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Gun.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
Look. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the curl.
From the gun, it's Wilson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Mike. Check. Hey, zero.
Fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Bang out.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Let's go, D. We got to step it up. Mike, check.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From the 21, it's second and 10.
Watch the twist. Check four.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, guys.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Reload. Mike, check, 59.
From the 44, Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go. Watch out.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Gun. Wrap. Check 59.
Now a give, right side. It's Turner. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Check, 59. All day, baby. 59 Mike. Check, 59. Let's go.
Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, he's not going to get me. One fluff.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the pass.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw on second down. Calvert, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Gurley. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal. I got you.
Five. Look at me. Go.
From the gun, Calvert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw on 3rd down. Calvert, it's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
X3, 218, chopper, bravo.
2nd and 11. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On second down, it's Turner. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Go. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Mike's 59.
Good job right there.
Check 59.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Good.
Mike, check. 59.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2, tie it up, go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Zerline on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Watch the run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Check.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Silver.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds Seals Jones complete. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
59. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
Well left.
59's Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
DJ Shark. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
I got one. It's free. Mike 59.
Gun.
Watch his slant.
To throw again is Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down Seahawks.
17 yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They run with Richardson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Check 59. Hey guys, listen. I'm going to run you over. Mike's 59. You got nothing yet. You got nothing.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got it. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
58, boys, 58.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more.
58 for Mike, 58.
They'll try and run it in. It's Richardson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll bring him back within a point. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Got it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Sponge. Get it ready.
Another carry now for Gurley. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Haywood.
Operating from the gun. Calvert, and Woods has it complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run on first down. It's turned, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books, and that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike, 280.
Touch 50.
Check. 59. I'm here, check. I'm here all day. 59's marking.
From the 27, Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
You don't want it. Watch twist. It's a 6. Pull it. Now.
Let's go.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet some Somehow, his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Let's go. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check. 59. Hey, let's get some. Go. Let's get some penetration. Hustle. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win for... First down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Hey, dude. Mike 9. I don't think you got it, son. Mike.
From the gun, Calvert. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go!
To Robert Woods. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Rams.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Three down.
Protein spill.
Check the backer. Six guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try and choose some clock with Gurley. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. 60 or.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, exit. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Calvert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football, comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Ready to break.
Hey, we gotta get some out. Michael here. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Hey, Delta. Go.
He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
Third down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hey, we gotta seal.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Hey. Who that? Mike. One left. Go.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
19.
Now Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
That's just me and you. Mike, check. Hayward, 59.
Throwing now is Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from long, very long range. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from long, very long range. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
On the ready.
Combo. Check the outs.
Ready.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
I'm coming for you, Mike. Touch 50.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the run. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Hey, we got to get the stop here, D. Hey, 58 is a Mike. 18.
Focus, defense, focus. 51.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
You put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, my 7.
From the gun, Calvert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Here's Johnny Hacker now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. Open man right side is Sharp. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime.